There we go. That should just about do it. Okay, so tonight we're gonna be, let's see, we should just be, I think, wrapping up the chess game, just because I think there's a couple things we maybe didn't polish off last game, or maybe we were rushing at the end there, and so we didn't get it quite right. So let's make sure the chess game is in good shape, and then yeah, then we can do whatever. Maybe some tier listing. I think that's what I put in the title. So yeah, it's not clickbait. So probably got to do that, to avoid any clickbait accusations. But the chess game, I don't really remember how we left off. So let's find out. Yeah, it's looking pretty good. I think maybe we just didn't quite have. Oh, we got the camera switching in too, which is nice. And we fix it so you can only, do allowed moves, and it highlights all your moves. So that's looking pretty good. Yeah, it all looks pretty good. I think we even added castling and everything too, so we should be chess game should be in pretty good shape. Hello. Let me see. So yeah, do we have any to-dos? No. Maybe we were working on en passant, I think, was maybe the last feature that we were trying to squeeze in, because we did get castling all straightened out. So yeah, really just en passant. That was our only task left. So yeah, let's go ahead and add en passant, and then we can do maybe some ranking or something. Okay, so for en passant, I think our strategy, I think our strategy was going to be, we were going to hold, when a pawn jumped forward 2 spaces, we were going to put it in this variable, en passant position, which you should probably be able to see my screen. See, I remembered, and now you can see, that's pretty nice. Yeah, so we were going to have this variable here, and when I was talking to myself, guys, you're not the main character, okay? Can we just clarify that? There are currently, I don't know, like 3 people, I'm guessing, because YouTube won't tell me. You can see it for yourself if you look at the number. It's presumably accurate, but there can be other people even when you guys aren't here. I mean, there's presumably more than one person. Well, I know there's more than one person. So anyway, I was just saying we're getting into en passant. I like Godot. Godot. I think that's right. I like Godot. I think it's good. I wouldn't say I love it. It's not like Unreal, Unreal's, the real deal, the top notch. But I think Godot is an A tier engine. It's just not S tier, Unreal is solidly S tier. Godot is A tier, and then Unity is probably at this point C tier would be generous. I guess right now it might even scrape a B, but no, it's not the best, guys. It's not the best. Maybe someday, in a couple years, maybe, we'll be sitting here and I'll be telling you guys a different tale and saying Godot is the best engine ever, but for now, en passant. Didn't you beat me at chess? How did you beat me at chess if you don't know what en passant is? All right, I'll pull it up. Okay, so en passant is when the enemy pawn jumps forward 2 spaces, then I think this is a good picture. This looks like a good picture. Let me get it nice and big. Okay, teaching moment. En passant is when the one pawn jumps forward 2 spaces and you're already next to it. Then you're allowed to just diagonally slice and remove it. It's beautiful. No, guys, what are you talking about? I'm great at chess. Yeah. Guys, this has nothing to do with Unreal. It's literally just if you're already here and the pawn double jumps right up next to you, then you're allowed to go diagonally and kill it. Obviously, either side. But yeah, and obviously, yeah. So they just, if they double jump and you're already there, then you can just pretend they only went one and just slice. And then they get taken off the board and you get to go like right here. So it's like they're running by and you're like, nope, psych, you just smack them down and then you're just chilling. That's the idea. But anyway, that's what we're trying to implement. And since you can, and also you can only do this right after they double jump, right? So that's the key here. They double jump and then immediately, if you were already right next to them, then you can immediately take that opportunity to cut them down, right? But if they double jumped 2 turns ago, no shot. So what we're going to do is we just need one variable to store the pawn that just double jumped. And if no pawn just double jumped, then it'll just be empty. But if a pawn double jumped, then we'll store where they are. So for here, it would be A4. And then when we're checking this black pawn to see where it's allowed to move, we would check and we would find out, oh, it's next to the en passant pawn and we're allowed to do that. So, yeah. I don't know what I'm... Guys, you know what I'm going to do? If this carries on, I'm going to add pawn to the list of words that you can't say in the YouTube chat. So you guys can't keep sending this stuff and be like, guys... Yes, Unreal apparently made the grave mistake of using the word pawn to mean one of their classes, their base class for any actor that can be controlled by the player or can receive input from the player. Apparently that was a grave mistake because now all of the generations have consistently misunderstood what they were meaning. But guys, they just used the same word. It has no relation. They just took the word and they repurposed the word. Okay? It has nothing to do with chess. They just took the word, and they just took, yeah, okay, all right. So, en passant. We have this variable here. We should probably fill it. So, anytime a pawn moves, which is not in possible positions, it's going to be in input, unhandled input. So this is what happens when a pawn moves, and if a pawn was actually allowed to move, this is what happens. So what we need to do is we need to add an additional check that says if the pawn just double jumped, then let's do maybe I did just eat a jalapeno pepper. Is there anything wrong with that? So if a pawn just double jumped, then we need to make the en passant pawn that pawn. So how do we check that? Well, we can check the last place. Let's look in the promote any pawns function, because I think we did something similar here. No, not that one. Different one. Update pieces. Handle castling. We did something similar in the handle castling function. So in the handle castling function, we were able to assess the move piece and where it came from. So we actually just want to do a very similar thing with a private void handle en passant. Guys, chess isn't like an engine. You can't make Unreal in chess. Like, that doesn't make any sense. Like, it just doesn't make any sense. Okay, string moved piece and string former position. Oh, by the way, guys, since we should be able to wrap this up pretty quick, so either think of some features that we can add on the end here, or think of something we can rank or something, because we're gonna have probably an hour or hour and a half after we finish chess that we gotta find something to do, you know, so I can, you know, so we can, you know, still have the usual amount of time. So if moved piece is equal to W pawn, because we're going to have to do the white and black pawn separately, because obviously you need to check the opposite direction, forward and backward. So if the piece is a pawn, and the former position was anything on the home row, we're also going to need the current position. So we're going to need the current position and the former position, and then since this is a white pawn, we can just check if the former position was anything on row 2 and the current one is anything on row 4, then we know that they just double jumped and we can make them the en passant pawn. And then we'll do a similar thing for the black pawn. So if moved piece, let's see, no, if, all right, so we need to pass in, we're gonna need two things, a string current position and a string former position. String current position. All right, guys. Okay, so the squirming, I'll explain the squirming since there's apparently an issue about that. Like, guys, the squirming is, it's just like, it's like a habit. Like, anytime like a video is playing, if I'm live streaming, then it's just like a copyright gun, you know, pointed at my head. Like, you can't, like, it's just bad. It's just bad. It's bad to have another person's video playing, because if any music comes on that's like not, you know, generally available, or any like sounds that are like YouTube recognizes, then there will be no squirming. Okay, so I can't squirm away from YouTube. They'll just send in the hammer and they'll just crunch me. They'll just crunch me. I don't want to get crunched. So the only way to avoid being crunched is to squirm. Well, not to squirm, but, you know, to avoid any copyright potential concerns. And the same thing can happen with like videos, or like some games. Like if a game is like a smaller game, not like a bigger game, because if it's a bigger game, then they'll figure out the copyright stuff themselves. But if it's a smaller game, sometimes they use copyrighted stuff, and then, you know, it's a whole thing. So, you know, it's squirm. No, it's not the actual video. I'm sure you guys are fine. Like, I'm not worried about that. But the problem is, if the video contained a piece of music, like let's say it contained a popular song, then ching, there's no, it doesn't even go to court. YouTube's just like, no. They just shut it down. They just crunch it away. And then they're just, yeah, they don't allow squirming. If they allowed squirming, then I could just squirm my way, you know, out of that. But they don't allow squirming, so I have to be careful. That's the main issue. But if the current position, let's see, we need to get the current position is going to be in the format, like, let's say A4. So we just need to check if the current position character 1 is equal to 4, because remember, when a pawn becomes eligible for en passant is when it goes from 2 to 4. If it's a white pawn, obviously, if it's a black pawn, then it's 7 to 5 or whatever. Okay, so if the current position is equal to 4 and the former position 1, so again, the number part of the current position, because we don't care about the letter, because this could be A, B, C, D, whatever. We just care about the second part of the position, which is the number. Guys, I'm not a professional I tried to explain the squirming. I didn't want to squirm, but it was YouTube's fault. Blame them. Okay, if the current position is so if we were on row 2 and now we're on row 4, then this pawn will become the en passant pawn. So we're gonna set, let's see, en passant position to the current position. So now the script will know that this pawn is en passantable, potentially. If there's a valid, it is French. It literally just means in passing in French. See, language, got it all up. No, it's not Spanish. It's French. It literally is just the words in passing. So it's as if the pawn is running by and then you just take him out while he's passing. And then you just take him out. Guys, why you should believe me. Like, origin of en passant. Oh, look at that! It's French. It literally means in passing. Guys, you have to trust me. You should trust. See, as early as 1280, blah 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 blah. To bypass, to blah 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 blah. Guys, you gotta trust me. Like, it wasn't even any squirming. It was a completely innocent truth. Like, no squirming at all. I'm gonna change this to all be on one line because of something that we're gonna do in a second here. And I think it looks fine. Just to have them all on one line. What we're going to basically do is we're going to say if it's an eligible white pawn, do this. If it's an eligible black pawn, do that. And then otherwise, we're going to set en passant position to empty. Because remember, it doesn't carry over between turns. So if there isn't an eligible white pawn that's en passantable or an eligible black pawn that's en passantable, then this needs to be empty so we don't accidentally allow that. No, guys, it's not Spanish. It's French. It is French. Trust me, I took 5 years of French. I know my French very, very well. Don't quiz me on it, though, because I don't remember very much. But anyway, so the next thing we're going to check is if it was a black pawn and the current position is now row 5, and the former position was row 7. So, again, if they were on 7 and they moved to 5, then, well, that's a black pawn that just double jumped. So now they're en passantable. Boop. Okay, perfect. So now we can trust that well, we actually have to run this. Okay, we need to pass in clicked on piece because that's the piece we just moved. Current position is going to be what? Active square, I think. Active square, and former position is going to be clicked on position at this point. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, because this, we're checking if active square is actually an allowed position to move to, and if it is, then we're moving there. So this should now be handling en passant for us. Beautiful. Beautiful. How do you say Godot is better than Unreal Engine? Oh, so actually there's this, I can't, lie. So it's like that would be bad. So I can't say that because, it would be dishonest. Yeah, no. Unfortunately, like I have like a translator system that I can run, but it automatically detects if it's a lie and then it just like automatically won't run it. So I can't, just can't run it. Now, if I wanted to say Unreal Engine is better than Godot, that would be a different story. Yeah, so I don't think they asked you how to say that, because if they did, you should definitely get your teacher out of there, because like your teacher is a bad teacher if they're trying to teach you stuff like that. Like, no, you gotta report them. Just report them. Bring in the parent. Yeah, they'll take care of everything. Yeah. It's not squirming, guys. It's not squirming. It's just, it's an honesty thing, It's just like I can't be dishonest like that. Like that would just be bad. That would be very bad. So now that we have the en passant position, though, we should be able to actually use that in our possible positions function to assess whether the pawn is allowed to do an en passant capture. So we can check. Oh, look, we were already building something. That's cool. So if en passant position isn't empty, passant piece is going to be getting the piece at that position. Sure. And if okay, here we're checking a square, but we don't need to check that square, because all we need to do is check if we are to the right or left of this passant position. So I think the Emoji Movie. No, I haven't seen that. Was it good? I mean, it doesn't sound like something that would be good, if I'm being honest. Procedural dance programmed in Godot. All right, well that's pretty impressive if true, which I suspect not. Yes, I don't think they'd be using Godot for that. Unreal is actually used for a lot of films. Godot not so much, I have to say. I'm not comparing per se. I'm just saying if we were to compare them, Unreal is definitely used a lot in film, and I haven't heard of Godot being used in film. That's all I'm saying. Okay, so if en passant position, if we're on the same row as the en passant piece, so if the second character, so it's the first character is the letter and the second character is the number, so if the second character of that is the same as the second character of our current position, which is position. So if we're on the same row, then we also need to check if we're just one to the right or one to the left. So we can't be in the exact same spot, so we should be able to do a handy trick where we say en passant, because, well, these are strings. I'm gonna have to convert it into an int. So let's go ahead and do that. Int I have no idea what you guys are talking about. If let's see. So passant, let's make a passant row. Int passant row equals en passant position 1, except we're gonna turn this into an int, which I don't know. I think we just do it like that, maybe, or maybe it's like .to int or something like that. Let me see if I can find something helpful. Give me a 2 int, please. No, not round to int. This is not a float. Give me an int. Okay, this might not be the most efficient way to. Here we go. int32.parse. See, I told you guys it would work. I told you. Just got to do a little int32.parse, if I remember correctly. And then we should be in good shape. So let's try and do that. Update piece. What are we doing all the way up here? We should be down in this one. Close, close, close. Where are we? Up top here? Okay, wait. Okay, here we go. En passant position is going to equal int32.parse, and then we're just going to run that on this. So we're just going to get the row that they're on as an int, and then we also need to get the row that we're on as an int if we don't already have it, which we do. It's called number. Okay, so then we need to make sure that number minus passant row. Okay, so let's think about the cases here. The cases here are, God, I have no idea. I told you guys I didn't see the movie. I'm gonna go with the hacker because, you know, hacker sounds better than hand. Like, what does that even mean? Hackers, you know, that seems like a positive thing. So if they're on the same row, then we can see if if one is one to the left of the other by just subtracting and then taking the absolute value and making sure that it is less than 1 or less than or equal to 1. Because if you think about it, if this one is, oh wait, we need to compare the letters. Never mind, no fun math. Boring, boring, boring. Okay, so we need to say Oh, yeah, this is why I didn't want to offer my input, guys, because I haven't seen the movie, and now you guys are gonna all like, blah 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 blah. Okay, so we need to check if the letter is one greater or one less than the other. So yeah, I think we have a function to convert the letter into a number, if I am correct. Let's take a look. Chess letter to number. Here we go. So we're going to pass in the letter. Passant letter as number. Nice and long variable name there. Nothing wrong with that. Passant letter as number, and this is just going to be on passant position 0. So we're going to get the letter, and then we're going to turn it into a number from, I think it's from 0 to 8. Yeah, so, or from 0 to 7, obviously. So we're going to turn it into a number 0 to 7. And then, let's also go ahead and do the same thing for our position, right? Because we're looking at the other thing's position and our position. So int letter as number is going to equal chess letter to number letter. Okay, so now that we have both of these as numbers, what we can do is we can say, make sure they're on the same row, and then make sure their letters are at max 1 apart, which we can do by subtracting one from the other and making sure that it is less than equal, and making sure that it is exactly equal to 1. Obviously, we need to make this an absolute value. But if you guys think about this for a second, let's say, for example, we have this one's 0 and this one's 1. Well, that comes out to -1. Absolute value is 1, equal to 1. Perfect, because they're next to each other. If they're both 0, 0 and 0, this becomes 0, which is not equal to 1. Let's say they're 5 and 8, right? 5 minus 8, that's -3, becomes +3. 3 is not equal to 1. So we're just checking if they are next to each other, which is what they have to be for en passant to work. So if they're on the same row, number-wise, and if their letters are adjacent to each other, then boom, we do the en passant thing. We add en passant to the allowed positions. Okay, can we get the spelling right? Let me just send in chat just in case anyone's confused. This is the correct name spelling. I need to put it in my user tag so it doesn't keep getting misspelled, or in the description or something. It's en passant. I've spelled it out like 20 times. It means you deleted the message. Now you're gonna try to hide. You're gonna try to hide. Who's squirming now? Who's squirming now, Gagswatch? Who's squirming now? You're squirming. No, no, don't try to squirm. Don't try to squirm. Nope, we're not having that. You were squirming. You're a hypocrite too. You're a hypocrite too. You said I was a squirmer. You're the squirmer. Guys, can we all vote? Oh yeah, here we go. Hang on, I have a plan. We're gonna do a poll, guys. This is very important. Can we all lock in for a second here, please? Who is the real squirmer? Okay, now guys, I want you to answer this honestly and truthfully, okay? There's me, Daniel from Saber C++. Okay, guys? There's gonna be two options. Who is the real squirmer? Alright, there's me, Daniel from Saber C++, and then there's Gagswatch, who was just squirming. He was just squirming, okay? It doesn't matter if he's your brother, all right? You have to, it doesn't matter. Your actual brother, your blood brother, like whatever. You gotta vote for him. You gotta tell the truth here, guys. Okay, let's just all vote. Okay, I can't vote. No, that's kind of no. Hang on. Whoa. There may have been a mistake. There might have been a mistake with the poll, maybe a misunderstanding. So what we're voting for here is who is the actual squirmer. Okay, so I think you guys maybe thought it meant who is the actual pure, innocent, good, non-squirmer, but it doesn't say that. It says who's the actual squirmer. Okay, there's now 2 votes. So you guys are definitely misunderstanding. You want it. Look, let me just make it easy for you. Just click the bottom option, okay? Whichever one it is, I don't know which one the bottom is, but just whichever one it is, you should click that one. Just click. Click the bottom. Just click. Fine. All right, well, let's get that. No, we're just, I'm deleting it. Okay, it's gone. Oh, yep, it's got him. Oh, wow, and just send it in the chat so everyone can see the results. Wow, that's wonderful. I didn't know it was gonna do that. I didn't know it was gonna send the results. I thought it would just hide it. I thought it would just go away. No, you got 0 votes. Like, you're bad at the game. Clearly, you're bad at the game. You didn't win. You got no vote. Like, that's bad. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna check. So currently we've checked if the position is valid. The only thing last thing we need to check is if there's not a piece in the square where we want to go. So the right forward square, we can remove this. Right forward square is going to be increasing the letter by 1, increasing the, well, not necessarily right. So we need to check if the square let's take a look at our diagram again. So imagine we're this pawn here. Well, we're doing it for white pawns. So, right, we're on the white pawn right now. Okay. So imagine we are right here, right here on B5. We need to check if the black pawn back one, we need to check if square 6 is empty, because square 6 has to be empty in order for us to en passant to that location. No, I've never catch slippery, slimy frog. Oh, dang it, I've never successfully done it. Okay, there might have been one small time where I tried to catch frogs in a jar. Okay, it was one time. All right, you can't bring that up against me. How did you know that? That's the most random you can't hunt me down, guys. Yeah, okay, it was one time. You know, everyone makes mistakes. Obviously, I'm very sorry. I will never again try to catch slippery, slimy frogs in a jar. Yeah, I understand that this is very bad. I'm definitely getting help from a therapist to not hunt frogs in jars. Yeah, that's all. Anyway, let's do our en passant. So we have the. No, I gave you I answered the question. we have so we want to check if this square is empty. So since we're dealing with the white pawn right now, we just want to check the passant square +1 on the numbers. Okay, so let's make a new. We're gonna create a chess notation to array value. Okay, we're gonna say if chess notation to array value, and then we're going to construct the square right behind the en passant pawn, and then we're going to see if that's empty. So the square that we're looking for is the first character. So in this example, it would be A, because that's where the column, the en passant thing is in. Yes, we are working on en passant, and it is going to be beautiful. This is the last thing we have to do for our thing. Yeah. So yeah, I think this is the last feature we have to add for our game, and then it will be fully beautiful and guys, it's an open conversation. Why are you guys being mean? Don't be mean. Being mean is bad. I shouldn't have to say that. That was kind of a silly thing to say. But guys, no. It's an open conversation, especially someone who's not talking about pawns and frogs. We have someone who's actually a positive influence on the channel, and you guys are trying to shut that down. I mean, I can see why. You guys are like negativity central over here. You guys sometimes, I don't know, like, I don't even know. But what we want to do is we want to check the square behind the en passant piece. So it's going to be the en passant position. The first character of that is going to be the letter, so that's the 0th character. And then we're going to add on the passant letter as number, but we're just going to subtract 1, and then we're going to make this into a string, obviously. We're going to add 1, sorry, since this is since we are going in the upwards direction because we're the white pieces. If we were on B5, we would want to be checking to make sure, we've already checked to make sure this is valid and en passantable, but we just need to check if A6 is empty, and if it is, then we're good to en passant, finally. So, we just need to turn this into a string, and boom, that's the square right behind the en passant piece. We got the piece at the en passant position, so the letter from that, whatever letter that is, and then the number from that plus 1. And if that's empty, then we are allowed to add, what do we need to add? We are allowed to add that position, valid positions dot add, this new position. Okay, so this actually needs to be a variable, because that's where we're going to move to. String move to position equals that. So if the move to position is empty, then we're going to go ahead and add, and then we're going to add move to position to our array. And boom, en passant. Okay, we do have one more quick thing to add. we need to add, obviously we need to implement this for the black pieces as well, which should be pretty quick. But then the other thing is we need to add so that if we actually do choose to make that move, we annihilate the piece that we're supposed to annihilate. So we'll add that after we make sure that this works for the black pieces as well. So for the black pieces, very similar, except we need to go the opposite direction. So we're still going to check, make sure it's in the row, make sure it's next to it, but what happened to the rest of this line? What? I think I chopped this in it. Void en passant piece, chess piece, if chess piece is not equal. No, guy, that's not. Sometimes I wonder if you guys are real programmers or not. I gotta say, sometimes I do wonder. Okay, so we apparently missed half this line when we were cutting and pasting, but if chess notation to array value move position, move to position. There we go. Is equal to empty. Okay, and then let me just fix this on the one above that we apparently had wrong. Boop. Do 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 do. Oh, that's just the sound my 3D printer makes when it finishes. I have no idea why. Well, it doesn't make it anymore because I silenced it. Silenced it for good. But anyway, we need to adjust the en passant code to work for black pieces. I think all we need to really do is say that the place we're moving to is going to be -1 instead, just like here, going down. Yeah, it used to. I had to silence it, but it made so many sounds. Like it would beep the whole time, and then when it got to the end, it would make a nice triumphant. Well, maybe not that. It was more like a. I don't know. It was a sound I made just a moment ago. Something like that. You code in Java? Yeah, Python, not Python. C#, which is what we're working in now, is very similar to Java, at least the way it looks. Some have said it's Java done right, which you might not like if you're a Java main, but it kind of is. It's just a nicer, a better Java, in my opinion. But yeah, the 3D. Okay, maybe, yeah, I would say that salty liquids in general just don't do well with 3D printers unless it's a resin 3D printer, in which case it prints liquid, but in which case it prints with liquid. But yeah, just generally no liquid on 3D printer, no liquid on electronics at all. Like that's bad. See, that's a good wholesome story. That's a good story, Glorzoid. A good story. One time I went to my grandma's and she baked me raisin cookies. I liked them. It's like, see, that's a good wholesome story. We need more of that. We need more of that, guys. We need more of that. So en passant, we should now have this en passant position in the positions that we're allowed to move to for both white and black. Let's find out if it actually works. Also, we have an error down here unless this is going to fix itself, which is not. Oh, this is not the math function. The math function is probably like fmath : fmath.absolute or something. C# math library absolute function. Wait, it's just capital? Oh no, math. Okay, math.abs. Okay. Math.abs. Excellent. And then we just need to do the same thing down here. Okay, now we will see if our en passant code works. And we are still missing the one feature, which is actually deleting the old pawn. But we'll get that in a second. Okay, so let's just throw one of these pawns in here. Hang on, okay, wait, so we're gonna move this pawn forward and then we're gonna double hop this one. So let's single hop this one as well, just for no reason. Okay, now if we move this pawn one forward, then we double hop this one, he'll be en passantable because he's right here. This square is empty, so if we click on him, it does not work. It is over here. Okay, that's not right. Yeah, so we're going in the wrong way somehow. Let's just run through this again. Blah, blah, blah. Let's move one of the knights so we don't get in our way. Okay, and then move him one forward more. Okay, and then we put him right here. Now, he should have the option to en passant there, but instead, it's going the wrong direction. So we just need to change that to the opposite way. Instead of being +1, it's supposed to be -1, I guess. I messed up the math there. +1 gets switched to -1. Okay, let's try that. All right, let's see if we cooked. Let's see if we cooked. Here we go. We're gonna move this guy forward, move out the knight, move this guy forward one more, and then we'll jump one right next to him, and nothing at all. Okay, let's analyze. Let's go back to the white pawn. Okay, it should be okay. So we got the passant piece, and we know that we have the en passant. We make sure that we're in the same row, and we make sure that we're next to each other. Okay, that all seems good. Move to position is going to be en passant position 0, so whatever letter. Good. And then we're going to add passant letter as number, which is just the... Oh, that's not even the right variable. We're using the wrong variable. That's the problem. Let's just use en passant position 1, and then we need to turn that into a string. We were using the chess letter as number variable, which obviously isn't really going to help us very much when we're trying to get the actual number of that it is on the board. Your function wouldn't have worked. It was a scam. You were trying to scam me. How could you do this? And then we'll just copy and paste, as all good programmers do, down to this lower section here and change it to a -1. Now we should have the movement. I saw it. It was a scam. That doesn't. Okay, we need to parse the int before we subtract 1 from it, quite naturally. Parse it, then subtract 1 from it, then turn it into a string, and same with the one up here, except we're adding 1 to it instead. Perfect. So now we got the order of operations correct. We're going to take the position of the piece, turn it into an int, add 1 to it, and then turn it back into a string, so that we can... guys, the pieces aren't objects. They're just beautiful, wonderful strings that everyone likes. Can't convert from character to system read-only span character. That's not good. int32.parse en passant position 1. That's giving us an error. Just verify that. Yeah, it's still on line 375, so it has to be this int32.parse guy right here. Okay, well that's kind of odd. Maybe if we run .toString on this, the guys are getting just nasty. Okay, so if for some reason int32.parse does not work on characters, it only works on strings, so we have to stringify the character before we can run int32.parse on it to turn it into an int. So we have to go character to string to int, which is a little bit annoying, but that's fine. Okay, move this forward 1, move our knight out of the way, move the pawn forward again, move this pawn forward, and now en passant, beautiful. And we correctly moved, and now the only thing we need to add is that it actually removes that old pawn when we do that en passant stuff. So, I think you missed your window gag, Swatch. I think he already left. You guys might forever remain enemies after this day, honestly. Okay, so we added en passant, but we need to add it, we need to, into our handle en passant function, we probably need to check if we just did an en passant movement. How do we check that? That is a tricky one. Because we can't just, we can move diagonally and take naturally. Because if we don't need to look at it like this. We can look at it like this. We can also, like, if you think about it, if there was another piece here, then the black pawn could have taken that piece and it wouldn't be en passant. So we wouldn't want to remove this pawn. So how do we detect if we just completed an en passant capture? I have nothing to apologize for. I've done nothing wrong. Maybe a tiny bit of squirming, but that was YouTube's fault anyway, so I don't think you can blame me for that. So yeah, how do we detect if it's en passant? We might honestly just have to have like a little boolean that just like tells us, hey, it's en passant. How can we do that? Let's think. So clicked on position. Inside of this if statement is when we actually complete our move. So this is when we need to detect if we used en passant or not. And, I guess we can check, before we move our piece, we can check if the square we're moving to is empty, and if we're moving diagonally, and if we're a pawn. If a pawn is moving diagonally to an empty square, that means it's en passant, because pawns can't normally move diagonally to an empty square. So that's how we know if it's en passant. And then if it is, we can remove the old piece. So let's add this to the handle en passant. We also need to have a string that says old piece. So string former piece. So what was on the square before we moved to this square? And the way we get that is, let's see, we haven't actually done the move yet. So all we have to do is say chess notation to array value piece, active square. The square that we're about to move to, but we haven't actually moved to, we can pass that in. And then all we have to do is check if that square is empty, and if it is, then we know we just completed an en passant. Beautiful. So if former piece is equal to empty string, we're gonna return from this, because if we did an empty, if we did an en passant, then we don't need to check this stuff. Well, we need to do this, so never mind, we're not going to return from that. If the position that we're moving to is empty, and if we're a pawn, so if moved piece is equal to, if moved piece, we're going to need to do a substring starting at character 1 and going to the end of the string is equal to pawn, because this could be a white pawn or a black pawn, we don't really care. If we just moved a pawn and we moved it to an empty square, then we have just done, and we moved it diagonally. We also need to check if we moved it diagonally. So, okay, so if we moved a pawn, let me make sure this is correct function right quick, just before we continue. It is supposed to be capitalized. If we moved a pawn, right, so we're just doing substring 1 to ignore the white or black flag on the beginning, so to ignore that. If we moved a pawn, and we moved it to a blank square, and we moved it diagonally, so how do we check that? Well, we just check if current position is not the same, if current position letter is different than normal position letter, right? So if it switched from B to A, then that means we moved diagonally. Theoretically we could have moved sideways, but pawns can't move sideways. So if the letter changed, the 0th part of the A3 string or B3 string, whatever, so if the 0th character changed, that means that the letter changed, which means we moved sideways as a pawn. And since that is a diagonal sideways, that means if we moved diagonally sideways to an empty square and we're a pawn, boom, we have just completed an en passant. So current position 0 does not equal former position 0. Excellent. This should accurately detect if we completed an en passant, and if we just did complete an en passant, then we're going to print out that we just completed an en passant, just to make sure. And then we're also going to destroy the piece that we just en passanted by, just by saying set array value with chess notation. Set array value with chess notation. Former position, not former position, also not current position. It should be en passant position. This should be accurate at this point. We should just be able to plug in the en passant position, and we're just going to set it to empty because we just kicked that piece out. Let's see if it works. When you finish your chess game, can we play it together one-on-one? We might be able to if I want to have to deal with you guys playing chess against me again. It's pretty rough last time, I can't lie. Oh, that's beautiful. It's heartbreakingly beautiful. Okay, let's make sure it works for the black pieces as well. Move him up here. Go up here, then we should be able to en passant. We did it. Ladies and gentlemen, we have successfully done it. We can remove this print statement. No more to-dos. Guys, the chess game is done. It's done. All done. Clean and green. It's in new chessgame.exe. Multiplayer? No, there's no multiplayer. So that could be a slight hiccup. No. If you look up Vi, it says, "Did you mean Emacs?" Hang on. We're now going to. Dang, that's cold. My my teacher for I don't even remember what the class is called. Something to do with computer programming or something. He would not be happy. He strongly prefers Vi over Emacs and literally everything else. If he were to see Visual Studio Code open in his classroom, he would probably have a heart attack. So yeah, he would not be happy about the search results, I don't think. But yeah, that's pretty rough. It's pretty rough on Google. Really just cut down on them. But anyway, guys, the chess game is done. No more chess. That's so sad. I'm so sad I can't play chess again. Yes. So yeah, that's really sad. Like, I was really looking forward to playing chess against you guys again. But now that can't happen. So, you know, obviously that's very sad. Yeah, I guess that just won't happen, you know? There you go. You know, you can't have everything in life. Time for the next Godot project, or it could be time for the next Unreal project. You know, that's a pretty good idea. Just saying. You know, do F4. Well, I'm actually on a Mac, so it's not gonna do that much. F4, no F4. This is me doing F4. Yeah, sorry guys. That's no F4. Yeah, got him. You know, Mac for the win. How powerful is my Macintosh machine? Oh, very, very powerful. Extremely powerful. How powerful are you? Like, you versus Macintosh? I think the Apple's gonna win. Like a little apple. Like, Macintoshes are delicious. We obviously also wouldn't eat you, so you know that's kind of a. Wow, if you search Macintosh, Apple comes up first, so that's kind of rough. If you search Macintosh like without the A, because I think that's the way the Apple is spelled, then there's some other company suspiciously called Macintosh without the A, so Macintosh. So yeah, that's kind of suspicious. Your computer, okay, never, you know, whatever. Guys, you don't gotta flex, all right? 64. You know, I've heard that the Macs use the RAM better, so they use the RAM better, so that basically is like it's as if they had more RAM than they do. So you can imagine it as if I have more RAM than you, because it just uses the RAM. It uses the RAM better. Okay, if your computer has 2,000 RAM, it's probably in kilobytes, which means it's 2 gigabytes. Technically not even 2 gigabytes, because gigabytes are 1,024. Don't let the scientists tell you otherwise. 100. 100 could go either way. That could be kilobytes or gigabytes, because at this point I don't know why you would have 100 though, because that doesn't, like, it has to be in sets of 8, I think, honestly. I don't think it, unless it's smaller than 8. Obviously there's like 1 and 2 and 4, but like above 8, it's gonna be a multiple of 8. Above 16 is probably gonna be, well, it could be 24. I think I might have 24, but no, 2000. Guys, it's not possible. Do you have any idea what You're making terrain in Unreal. Good for you. Good for you, GagsWatch. You're a good man. You were making terrain in Unreal. I respect that. I respect that you did a good thing. You did a good thing. You did a good thing. Congratulations. Anyway, I think that's chess for now. So if chess is a wrap, we can do ranking or something. No, you don't make terrain. Guys, Godot doesn't have a good terrain system. Let's be honest. It just doesn't. No, it's not good. It's not good. We used to do some ranking. Ranking's fun. Let's do some ranking. What do you guys want to rank? Let's see. Maybe, how can because I can't do a poll, because the poll has limited things. You guys can just type in chat what you want to rank, and that'll, I guess, be fine. I don't know. Let's rank all the Godot nodes. If they have a tier list for that, we can do it. And I'm saying that because I know they're not going to have a tier list for that. Yeah, guys, let's see what happens if we search Godot on tiermaker.com, see what tiers they have. What tier lists they have. Whatever. I don't. Okay, let's see if they have anything for Godot, guys. If they have anything for Godot, we'll do it. I don't think they're going to have anything for Godot. There's literally, oh no, oh my god, that's not possible. How is this a thing? Who wasted their time making this? Who made this? Who did this? This is a scam. This is an actual scam. I violated PHP in the programming language. Yeah, I haven't used PHP that much, so that could be on me. I would believe it if you told me you had just made that just between then and now. Yeah, it is a scam, guys. What is it? There's like 30 nodes on here. What, I have to rank all of these? I haven't even used all of these. This is a scam. This is a scam. It is a scam. All right, hang on. Let me check something, lads. 1 second. Reading. This is me reading. It's very exciting, I know. Okay, the reading was not exciting and it was not essential, so I could have just carried on living my life. But anyway, back to the ranking. We apparently have to rank all the. I don't even know what these are. Okay, this is a sprite node. Fine. All right, guys, I gotta do an intro just because I need to practice doing these intros for, like, if I start making these into, like, you know, actual videos. So what do you guys think I should say in the intro? Like, just a classic, like, today we're gonna be ranking, or like something more interesting. Give me something interesting to say for the YouTube audience. I mean, I probably won't make this into a video because I don't, you know, feel like editing it and it's not worth it. But we gotta practice. We gotta simulate. Imagine you're on YouTube and you're greeted by this. What do you want the person who's doing this to say? I need to do a cool Mr. Beast intro. All right, hang on. Mr. Beast intro. Let's just get a sample. The first Mr. Beast thing that comes up. But again, I can't. I have to squirm. I have to squirm out of this. I have to squirm out of this because I have to scream like Mr. Beast. I don't want to do that. That's too loud. Yeah. Game engines, right? Yeah, we can probably do. I assume they have game engines. We might have done that before too. I don't remember. I think maybe we just did. I don't know. We can look after this. But anyway, let's start out with a nice, clean ranking Godot nodes. Yes, we're gonna rank the Godot nodes, even though I don't even know that much about Godot. So hopefully the chat, which is right down here, can help me out a little bit with ranking these nodes. First up, we have the sprite. The sprite, I'm not squirming out of it this time. We're going to actually rank the Godot nodes, at least a few of them. The sprite is pretty, it's probably got to be S tier. I like working in 2D in Godot. I think it's better than Godot's 3D. Godot's 3D is kind of mid if we're being honest here. But the sprite's pretty, wait, that's animated sprite. This is sprite. Let's put sprite S tier. Animated sprite, I guess also S tier, fine. Yep, that's animated. Animated sprite and sprite both going in S tier, pretty solid. It's the backbone of 2D. What can I say? What is this? This is like a movie sequencer or something like that. I don't even know, guys. I don't have enough experience with Godot to be doing this. We might have to create a tier for it. I have no idea. Animation player for like 3D, I guess. I don't know. We haven't done any animation in the chess game. I have no idea what this is. So Godot is probably extremely, can't even spell, extremely mid, and Unreal is much better than Godot. Okay, so we have a new tier here, just in case we want to put this in here. I mean, you did explain it, so I guess, well, guys, I haven't used it. I mean, I can't really rank it if I haven't used it. Is Godot good for Vulkan devs? I don't know. I will say it has been running pretty clean and green on my Mac. Definitely fine. And I did build an iOS. I did test the building to iOS. Unfortunately, just like basically everything else, you have to build it, and then you have to put it in Xcode, and then you have to put it on your phone, right? So you have to run everything through Xcode, but it is actually pretty fast. You have to set up like the thing with Apple, but once you do, you copy a couple numbers into Godot, then it's just build, which is pretty quick, and then build and then Xcode will refresh the project, and then you just build from Xcode to your phone. So it's actually not bad. The turnaround time putting it on your phone is not bad. Obviously, you're going to need to be able to test it in Godot. You're going to need to have like a decent way to test it with your mouse, probably, if you want to actually make a game in Godot, because otherwise it's going to be way too much back and forth. But that back and forth is probably like less than 5 minutes, so that's not bad. Maybe a little more than 5 minutes. It's around 5 minutes of back and forth. So for an occasional test build, that's great. Just don't make that your only way of playing the game. Let's skim through. This is just a collision shape, I think. Let me open up Godot. This is getting too hard for me. Godot chess. Area 2D. Yeah, I knew I'd seen it before in one of my 2D projects. Well, actually, I think it's Area 3. Wait. It's Area 3D, or Area 3D and Area 2D, because of the color, I mean, but... Oh, this is only 2D stuff, because it's all blue. Okay. Area 2D, yeah, it's A tier. It's A tier. It's just like, it's there, it's good. I'm sure it's good. Guys, the thing is, like, none of these are, like, inherently, like, bad. I don't know. Color rect is kind of useless. Well, actually, I did use it once, so I'll put it B tier. B tier. I'm putting this in B tier because I only use it once, and it's not that useful. It's a color rect. Basically just, well, canvas layer. Is it called color rect or canvas layer? I think it's canvas layer. It's a canvas layer. Wait, let me open up a 2D project, because that could actually be helpful, since this is all 2D stuff. Godot. Let's take a look. See, this looks nice and shiny. Okay, let's say a rigid body is pretty S tier, I have to say. The only thing that is a little annoying is the performance. Like, I tried to run a scene with a couple thousand rigid bodies. Actually, I think it was just 1,000, and we were having some performance issues, I have to say. Even though those rigid bodies weren't actually allowed to collide against each other, only against certain other objects, we still had some performance issues just with that many rigid bodies. So, I don't know, the performance wasn't great. I was a little disappointed. No, guys, don't try this. Unreal is way more powerful and beautiful, and yeah, no. Okay, let's see what else we can rank. What else do I know? Obviously, collision shape 2D, a nice little, where is that? The one thing I know, and it's not here. What is this scam? Is it supposed to be this? Why is there no, is it, it's just this round thing. Because they have the round one equipped. No, that's just node in general. Alright, node, I guess A tier, no, S tier, because there's lots of, you gotta use your nodes for organization, you know, keeping just a group of things in one, so you gotta use your nodes for organization, so that's S tier. As for, what type of node is this? Static body 2D? I guess it's probably A tier. You can use a lot of static body 2Ds. Like in this little thing I was running right here, just a little game I was prototyping. Yeah, I got lots of static body 2Ds here, just for the main thing. So yeah, static body 2Ds probably can scrape an A tier. I guess we'll give it an A tier. There we go, A tier. I know, it was a beautiful game, very, very impressive. Gotta start somewhere. Okay, why are some of these just, I don't understand the coloring here. I know, like, this blue purple color is for 2D and the red is for 3D. But what are these other colors? I don't understand. Things that are in neither, both. And then there's also these, which I presume these are just audio players. Alright, let's just, alright, character body 2D. I guess A tier. I don't know. No, I'm putting it B. I'm putting it B. You can use a rigid body for most things. I don't think you need a character body that much, honestly. No, it's definitely not that. That doesn't work. That's not scientific at all. I think, okay, character body, this is just a camera. I don't know. The cameras are alright, I guess. You know, it's not as good as Unreal's cameras, though, am I right? No, the cameras are fine. They're good. A tier, whatever. Sure, A tier. Classy, A tier. And then there's a purple one, too. Like, guys, what is going on with these colors? I don't understand what these things are. Okay, they're now sorted correctly by color. That did not sound good. Just import my camera from Unreal into Godot. Yeah, well, Godot can't handle the pressure, the power of an Unreal camera. What else have we got? I do not know any of this stuff. Do we have any of this stuff in this scene here? Collision polygon 2D, of course. Another pretty... Where's my... No collision polygon 2D? Guys, what are they doing here? What is this tier list? If one of you guys made this, it's a scam. I told you it was a scam from the beginning. And I'm sticking with that now. There's not even a collision polygon 2D. One of my favorite things. My favorite, an S plus tier item. Okay, maybe not, but it's pretty handy. I tell you what I don't like. The collision shape 2D, which they apparently also don't have. We're just gonna use I don't know. I don't like the collision shape 2D because it doesn't have like some basic shape. Is it this one? No, sprites. Actually, I'm taking sprites out of S tier. You know why I'm taking them out? Because they don't have any built-in sprites. Like if you're in like Unity or Unreal or something, you have a built-in sprite. If you just want a circle, you can just have a circle. For this, if you want that, then you have to go ahead and create yourself a custom little polygon object, you know, whatever, blah, blah, blah. It's annoying. I'm taking sprites out of S tier for that. Yeah. But, that's probably all that I know in Godot. It's like, I do not know what any of these are. I mean, I assume this is like a node path or something, but, and I feel like I've seen this thing around. But yeah, that's That's... Wow, it won't even... Plus... Can I hit plus, please? Oh no, guys, Godot is hanging. Oh, never mind. I just put this on the other monitor. Why is S the best tier? I failed school, but I think I know the alphabet. I have no idea. I think it's like super special something. Okay, audio player. Yeah, I was right about this being like an audio player. So I haven't used it, so we're just gonna put it in a classy B tier. Pretty standard stuff. CPU particles. I have used particles actually. So give me that. Where's my particles? Is this supposed to be particles? Yeah, GPU particles. Okay, the particles actually pretty good. I was pretty happy with them. I wasn't happy with the fact that you couldn't do collisions, which is a little bit sad, so I'm going to put them in A tier. But I was pretty happy with them. And definitely pretty good particles. Yeah, but we'll replace these. Let's replace these tiers with something more fitting. So I'm going to replace them with programming languages. So right here at the top, we're going to put Python for now. All right, because we're should I put Python's just like a really good all-around language. So these are really good all-around objects. Okay, and then the second tier is going to be guys, what do you want the second tier to be? Maybe like a C or a Java. Can't spell. No, there's no more S. Just think about Python when you think about this top tier here. This is the Python tier. Python is like a good... this is Godot. Okay, you know what? Yeah, no, all right, let's just move on. Let's move on from the Godot tier list. It's clearly not a good tier list. This is what we have. This is all the stuff I know from Godot. Well, I know 3D Node, obviously. Pretty classy. Not as... fine, we'll put it there. Classic 3D object, I guess. Whatever this is. I'm going to put it in A tier. I think this is like the 3D shape. Whatever that's called. Yeah, why is it white? I don't understand why they're white. I thought, like, what? Like, it's the shape of... It's the same icon as... Oh, it's not the same icon. I might be wrong about this. It's not the same icon. But it's similar. So, you know. Alright, that's enough. We got scammed. I don't know why there's white icons and no red icons. It's a scam. Let's just close it down. We'll just move on. Base node that every node. Okay, well, why wouldn't they just put the red ones in, guys? Just put the red ones in. It's such a scam. Okay, let's move on from that scam. I think we had a suggestion to try to do game engines, which I don't know if we're gonna know enough game engines for this, because I've only used maybe like 3, 4. Ooh, search engines tier list. That sounds fun. Game engine. Yeah, I searched game engine. What is this stuff? Here we go. Game engines. Well, there's 2. Got to pick between them. Wow, this is a very small list. Very small list, and we know 3, and we don't know the other 3. I have no idea what those are. This one looks familiar, but the other 2 do not. And this one, slightly more. All right, let's go with this one. Okay, we have a pretty fat long tier list. You know all of the, okay, well, I think we have the ones from the other one here, so maybe you can help us out. But this is our tier list for the best game engines. Let's start with a nice, we're going to start from the right here because it's an easy Unity. Well, might not be as easy as it was a couple years ago. See, when I first learned Unity, probably like 7 years ago, put a poll. All right, guys, but I have to say the results of the poll are not final. Godot. The results of the poll are not final. It's just input, okay? So, how many options can I put? All right, so currently we're going to vote on Unity. And the options, how about this? I'll give you guys options, and then you guys get to pick. So, my options for Unity are going to be B, C, and D. Because it doesn't, well, I'll give you guys the option for A. But the reason I don't think it deserves an A, I'm going to give you guys A, B, and C as the options for it. The reason I don't think it deserves an A, I'll start the poll. is because they just don't do stuff good. I mean, 7 years ago when I learned it, it was really good. But now they add features, and it's not as clean as it used to be. Like, it used to be they would only add features once it was, like, really nice and well documented and well set up and no issues. But now they kind of add features a little bit too early. And so because they're rushing to keep up with Unreal. And so they add features before they're ready, and it gets bad. It gets bad. Yeah, so Unity is landing in C tier based on our vote. So it just gets bad, and their documentation isn't as good as it used to be. It used to be the best documentation I've ever seen, honestly, but now it's not as good. It might still be better than Unreal's. I don't know. I haven't looked at that recently. But documentation is very important. Also, monetization, it's too predatory. I mean, their leadership like flops all over the place, like changes their mind on what they're gonna do, and it's just a whole mess. It's a whole mess. So yeah, you just really can't trust it. That's why I put it in C tier. If you're already developing a game there, I guess go ahead with it, but like it's too risky. Okay, this image is terribly cut. I think it says source. Yeah, source game engine. Yeah, classy. Obviously, I've never built a game in Source, but I mean they've cranked out some pretty good games. Am I right? So yeah, I mean I can't really say anything about the engine, but obviously we can say something about the games that have been cranked out in it. Obviously, some Half-Life being the most popular probably, but then also Portal, right? So yeah, I mean, it deserves an F. Wow, dang. So we're seeing some. I don't know. I'll put a broad range because I don't really know that much. So, guys, you can vote S. You can vote B. You can vote F, or you can say you don't know enough, which is what I would put if I could vote, which I can't. But, yeah, I mean, it could be anywhere. I've never used it, so I can't really say very well. But they have cranked out some pretty good games in it. They have some pretty impressive, pretty game-changing games, if you will. So we have to give it some credit there. I don't think it deserves an F, honestly, but it looks like it's getting an F. All right. Looks like it's getting an F. Okay. Well, yeah, there you go. All right. You win some, you lose some. I guess that's going to be the final result of the poll. Okay, I don't know what this is. Can we I think we're going to have to put this in don't know enough because I don't know what this engine is supposed to be. Wow, I'm about to go 2 for 2 on not knowing. It's RPG Maker. Okay, there we go. So next up we have RPG Maker Scratch. Oh, Scratch. Okay. Wait, that's not an engine though. That's just a language, right? Scratch. I guess you can build stuff in it. Okay. All right, Scratch. I haven't used it much. I don't even know if I've actually used it at all. I think I've just used similar looking things because yeah, I think it kind of popularized the design of having this block-based code. See inside, there we go. I think it kind of popularized this kind of stuff, and so now you see this in a lot more places. Okay, so Scratch. Yeah, all right, guys, my bad. I wasn't. It's a game. It's all right. My bad. Scratch. Vote on Scratch. As I said, I've never used it, so again, we're just gonna kind of do across the spectrum. You can vote S, A, C, F, whatever you want. If I had to put it, I mean, I would probably put it in don't know enough, but if I had to put it somewhere, I would say I think it's A tier. Because of the impact it's had. I really do think that it made this kind of stuff, and I could be wrong. Maybe this stuff came from somewhere else, but I think that Scratch had a big impact on having this kind of block-based code get spread around more. And while I don't like using it at all, I think it helps some people get into coding because they can think about the logic without thinking about parentheses and semicolons. Oh, S. Okay, all right. That's a surprise. I guess it's gonna get an S. I don't know if I'd put it quite S just because don't know. I mean, you can't do as much as you can in some places, but I mean, I guess nostalgia and the fact that it did have a broad impact on the way coding is learned now. Fair. Okay, next we have RPG Maker. Also, I also haven't used this, but I've heard it's pretty decent, so I'll give you guys a decent spread again. I wish I'd let you just do the same poll you just did, just with like a slight change. But yeah, if you guys want whatever, SACF, start it up. Yeah, so I don't, it's kind of cookie cutter. It's actually very efficient. You should try Scratch. Maybe I will. I don't think so though. RPG Maker, yeah, I've heard it's kind of cookie cutter. I might put it like B or C. Maybe I should put B as an option. I think I forgot to. But yeah, I've heard it's kind of cookie cutter. So again, it could be good for like if you're learning and you just want to get into a game engine. But I think I'm gonna put it C because cookie cutter. I don't think it deserves an F probably. Dude, why are there so many tiers? Let me get rid of some of these. And then move that down. Okay, so. Yeah, I think it deserves a C. I think that's a fair place to put it since we're split on the poll there. Yeah, I mean it's all right, but it's very cookie cutter. The same. You're just making the same game with a different skin. I guess it's better for artists. I'm not an artist. They do the skinning. Okay, so GDX. Again, haven't used it. Also, it's not technically an engine, right? It's technically a framework. Am I wrong about that? No, it is an engine. Okay, all right. Okay, I thought it was a framework. Shows how much I know about it. But I guess it's just a cross-platform open source engine. Okay, honestly that's something I'd be more likely to try out. LibGDX, again, I'll give you guys a decent spread. A, C, and F. Votes away for libgdx. Everything in Java is good. No, that's not true. That's not true. Oh, C and F. Wow. Okay, people don't like it. Maybe I shouldn't try it. Wow. No, okay, so it looks like, I do always get a little, I mean, you do have to think about it when you see that all of the games that they're featuring on their home screen have a similar aesthetic, because that usually means that it's a lot easier to make that aesthetic because that's what's more popular in the engine. Okay, looks like we're giving it an F tier. That's pretty rough. And it crashed every 20 minutes. Well, that's the tough one. I don't know if we should vote on this next one because I think that people are a little yeah, it's physics engines already. Yeah, it looks like more of a 2D game, and physics for that should be pretty easy to compute. So, Godot, it's just all right. Let me go through it one more time. I'm gonna let you guys vote. Also, why is Unreal not on this list? Can we rectify that, please? Unreal logo, dude. Unreal's actually not on this list. This list must have been made like, I don't even know. What time frame would this be made at that Unreal wouldn't be on this list, but Godot would be? I don't know. Okay, it's an SVG, dang it. All right, give me a PNG or something. This one's gotta be good. Here we go. Give me that images.png, upload it up. Okay, so we'll put, there's also just an empty. Oh, Unreal this is Unreal. They did actually have Unreal. It was just invisible. So now there's two Unreals. This one's Unreal 4 and this one's Unreal 5. So there you go. We're ranking both Unreal 4 and 5. Okay, so Godot is up first, so we're gonna do a vote for Godot. But let me just put in my spiel before I release the poll, which I will release. Guys, here's the thing. Godot has a lot of potential, but it's not really there yet. It just can't quite compete with the Unreals or the Unities of the world on the 3D. Okay, on 2D maybe, right? It's got, and it has a lot of potential. A couple years from now, it might be an S tier engine, but it's just not quite there yet, you know. And I'm giving it respect. All right, I'm not putting F on the voting poll because I don't think it deserves an F, but I don't think it deserves an S either. You know, we gotta. It has a lot of potential. I think it'll be an S in a couple years, but it doesn't deserve it quite yet. Just not quite. Can we? No. Yes. Good. Nope. Stop. Can we put some? We were at 50-50. 50. Can we go back to 50-50? Just a nice 50-50 split. Okay. So here's so we had 2 and 2, 50-50 with half S and half A. I think that's a fair place to be. Can we put it back? Just put. Fine. The problem is it just isn't there yet. All right, so it doesn't have quite the polish or the power that you expect from a game engine like Unreal or something like that. You know, it is. I appreciate that it's lightweight. Okay, a lot of people don't appreciate the lightweightness, but when you have to download 40 gigabytes of Unreal, and that's just for one version. If you want a couple different versions, that's 80 or 120 gigabytes. I appreciate the lightweightness of Godot. But that lightweightness comes at a cost, and the cost might just be too high. The cost is, like, it just doesn't have as much out-of-the-box stuff, right? So Unreal has all these templates and stuff that you can start off with, which is great for beginners. Godot doesn't have as much of that. And it just doesn't have, in 3D, it just doesn't have the rendering capabilities, right? Like, we've been through this before, but it just doesn't have as much raw power there. But that's fine. If you guys want to put it in S, we'll put it in S, optimistically looking towards the future where it does have those things, which I think it will. Next, we're going to take a look at Unreal Engine 4 first. So I'm just going to put it up here just so you guys can see it. Obviously, I think it's going to go up here, but I'll just put it here just so you guys can see it. And this is Unreal Engine 4. So Unreal Engine, you know, obviously has Unreal Engine 5 now, and we're going to be voting on both Unreal 4 and Unreal 5. Oops, I did not mean to start that with just S and A. Hang on, let me fix that. I mean, honestly, I think it should be an S or A, but I'll give you guys some more options just in case, you know, you guys are feeling a little, I don't even know. There we go. Unreal 4, it's a really good engine. It's a really good engine. It got even better with Unreal Engine 5, but it's a really good engine. I mean, there's been a lot of good games made in it, right? We got Jedi Fallen Order, Apex Legends, Titanfall, I believe. Basically, Respawn Entertainment makes a ton of stuff in it. See, I'm sorry, what? What are we looking at here? Guys, hold. Whoa. Whoa. All right. Okay. See? You can re-vote. You can change your vote. I've seen you guys changing around the whole time. All right, don't try to scam me. No, you can change your vote. It's not okay. Whoa. C? I'm not putting this in C. I can't have my name attached to something that puts it in. Guys, Unreal 4, not as good as Unreal 5. Obviously, they made advancements. They advance constantly. Unreal 4 is a good engine. It's a good engine. Like, it just is. It's just good. You guys can change your vote. I'll do it again, but you guys, like, you can change your vote on the poll. I'm pretty sure. I've seen you guys change it on the last poll. So we're gonna run the poll again. Same thing. Oops, accidentally forgot the C option. Whoops. So this is the real poll. The last one was just a little mistake. Can we get some S tiers in here, please? Fine. I think it deserves an A, but I'll put it in B. I think it deserves an A because it's a very good engine, guys. It's a very good engine. They have a nice setup, lots of power, lots of learning examples that you can use, lots of resources, very big community, which Godot just doesn't have as much community and as many examples and tutorials and content out there to teach you how to use it as Unreal does, because Unreal is just so big. But Unreal 5 is even better, and so since we all know Unreal 5 is even better, we're just gonna skip the B option and just have the S and A options. Not, not squirming or anything. I think it's gonna be S anyway, so it doesn't matter. But just in case, we're just leaving the B option off, just so we don't get any. Yeah, can we get some S's? Can we get some S's? I need an alt account. I need to make another account so I can vote on this. This is unbelievable. Unbelievable. Guys, there's only one vote. Can someone just click on S? Someone just click S. Just someone click S. If it's 50-50, then I'll be allowed to put it in S. Can someone just click? Guys, we cannot have Scratch and Godot above Unreal Engine 5. It's just too good. It's too guys, I might have to use my Veto Ultra power here to just kind of squeeze this up, because this dude, of course it's higher than Unity. Unity, their leadership is just whack. I think Unity might even be a B tier engine, but Unreal 5 should definitely be S, and Unreal 4 should definitely be A or S. There's just no. I'm just gonna. All right, we're gonna have to board. I don't even know. Okay, so Game Maker. I'm gonna be honest. I think Game Maker's kind of mid. Start a poll for Game Maker. I have actually used Game Maker, and I thought it was kind of mid. I went into it expecting kind of like a Godot. I actually tried it before Godot, but kind of a similar thing, because I heard it's lightweight, easy for beginners to learn, and I don't know, the scripting language just wasn't as good. No, it's not S tier. You're not getting an S tier from me. I'm not even putting S tier on there after the disrespect you pulled. Guys, I'll make you a deal. There's two options. One, I put S tier as an option for Game Maker, but we put Unreal in S tier as well. Or two, there's no S tier option for Game Maker. It's just ABC. What do you guys want? You guys want an S tier or no S tier? Yeah, I'm not scamming here. This is just an honest, no, guys, I'm offering you an S tier. I'm offering you an S tier. Don't you want the S tier? The S. No, honestly, I would put it C tier. It's not better than Unity. I think Unity should actually be B tier, if I'm being honest. Now that we've gotten some more things on the table, I think Unity should be B tier, because it's actually still a really good engine. I have to be honest. I think it's. I definitely don't think Game Maker is better than Unity. I have to say it's. Okay, 50-50. I'm gonna put it in B. It's definitely not better than Unreal 4, and I don't think it's better than Unity either. It's just not as powerful of an engine. Sure, it's more chill. Unity has whatever whack stuff going on, but it's not better than Unity. Let's be honest. Okay, next we have this, which is it's a thing which obviously I know what it is. It's like a it's like this game engine that is obviously very not that popular, but somewhat popular, but it's like a and you guys know what it is, right? It's the this game engine here. I don't need to introduction it. You guys know what it is, obviously. I cannot remember what this thing is called. It's this one engine that is okay. Screw it. I don't know what this is. I'm just putting this in. Don't know enough. It looks familiar, but I cannot for the life of me remember what that is. Okay, building your own engine. Guys, Yeah, I have to say it's a good option, right? But it's actually also not a good option because here's the thing, it's an S tier option for some people who are very good at creating their own engine, and an engine that was already pre-built would limit them a lot. But it's a terrible option for people who just don't have time for that, because that's just going to take way too long. It's way too much work for a single game. Yeah, it's there's a small selection of the population for which this is a great option, like probably an A tier or S tier option, who are just very good at doing that. And for the rest of us, it's a B or a C or an F. And so those are the options I'm going to put on the poll. Yeah. 50-50 between B and F, so I guess that means we have to put it in C, because that's halfway between B and F, unless someone wants to make one win out. Okay, B's winning out. Okay, sweet. Yeah, okay, I think that's a fair place to put it, because for some people it's very good, and for others it's just bad. It's just, yeah, for others it's just bad. Yeah, I think that's a fair place to put it. Okay, the last one is CryEngine, which obviously, again, I haven't used because it's proprietary, but there's you know, I mean, it is proprietary, right? Oh, okay, it's not proprietary. I thought it was proprietary. It's not proprietary. It's been used to make some. It's better than Unreal Engine and Godot combined. Wait, are you talking about your own engine, or are you talking about CryEngine? CryEngine games. What am I thinking of? Far Cry. Okay. I mean, lots of games, right? You can see a lot of games. The biggest names probably being, yeah, like Far Cry. Maybe Crysis. Yeah. So you know, some games. Meh. It's all right. I would put it, I don't know. I haven't used the engine, so it's kind of unfair to rank it, but based on the games it's made, it's all right, you know, probably B or C, but I'll put an A in there just in case anyone wants to YOLO that. CryEngine. There we go. Every game in the CryEngine has Cry in the name. Based on this, not quite. I mean, we have Far Cry and we have Crysis, but last time I checked, Hunt Showdown does not have Cry in it. But yeah, that would be cool if they could pull that off, but unfortunately they couldn't. A tier? You guys are seriously gonna put this in A tier? Okay, that's it. I'm putting this in A tier, and then I'm gonna fix this list. Okay, so this is a list you guys created. Now I'm gonna fix it for you because I'm a nice guy and I do stuff like that. So yeah, this is a messed up list. So what I'm gonna do is, yeah, I'm just gonna fix it for you guys. Let me show you a little bit of magic. Boop, boop, boop. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Boom. Look, wasn't that fun? Look at that. That's beautiful. That's a fire tier. That's right there. Look, we have Unreal Engine 5 on top. A tier, we have Godot and Unreal Engine 4, and also Scratch, with these two being pretty much tied for first, and then Scratch being in last. Then B tier, we have, actually, you know what, screw it, I'm putting that down there. B tier, we have Unity and Scratch, as well as building your own engine, and CryEngine is going in C, along with Game Maker and RPG Maker. It might even be an F, but we'll leave it in C, I guess. And then in F tier we have Source and LibGDX, and then I don't remember what that one was, so I can't vote it. So this is a pretty good list. If anyone wants to screenshot this is the actual official list. We have had some pretty sus variants of the list going around, but this is the real list. This is the real deal. No scamming or squirming. This is what everyone agrees on. Everyone can get behind this list. It's just a nice clean list. Pretty good list there. I think we can all round of applause. This is a good work, everyone, putting together this list. I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about it. Plus they hid the dislikes, so now you can't even inspect element up some dislikes. Like it's just not it's not possible. Yeah, so that's that's a good list, guys. I'm happy with that. Anyone want to make another list? Obviously with the same equal fair play as this one. Okay, let's just get rid of that one. Whew. Yeah, that was an exceptionally mid list. Negative, like, guys, the thing is, no one's gonna believe you. I mean, they'll all know. Like, they'll see and they'll be like, negative likes. Well, no, that would never happen to our boy Saber C++. Like, that just can't happen. And remember, his name is spelled Daniel, by the way, just in case you were wondering. That's what they'll say if you try to show that to them. So, anyway, if you guys want to rank something else, we can definitely rank something else. That was a pretty solid 500 plus video games. We are not doing that. Anime list. Guys, I don't really watch that much anime, so I can't really be a judge of that very fairly. Yeah, we're gonna have to find some common ground. That was the problem with the Godot list. We didn't have enough common ground. Like, here we have enough common ground because obviously we've got, Unreal in here, and so that makes everyone happy. Browser tier list. I mean, I guess that's fair. I think we're gonna fight a little bit on this one, though. I don't really need to put the word tier in there, but every web browser ever. Ooh, browser game tier list. I'm sorry, I'm very distractible. Okay. This seems like a pretty respectable list. This is a huge list. And this one's missing some key ones. Oh, well, this one's including search engines as well as browsers. Unless, well, no, some of these are just obviously coincide. Okay, so I guess we'll do this one. We just may have some that go in the don't know category. This seems like a pretty good tier. Well, guys, we have to have another option than anime, because we can't, dude, Gags, what you said, you don't watch anime either. Like, we can't rank something we don't know. We have to rank something we know enough about. Like, browsers, that's fair. It's not as locked in as, like, a game engines tier list, but it's fair, okay? It's fair. It's achievable. But, like, we can do something other than browsers, but, like, isn't that what makes it fun? No, what makes it fun is when I get to take over and when you guys sometimes very rarely agree with me. That's what's... Okay, we can put up a poll. Which tier list should we do? Not a Q&A. We can put up a poll, but we need other options. We need more options because we can't... We're going to have to... Is funner than... Guys, we just don't have enough information. Like, like, I haven't watched, like, what's gonna happen? Like, okay, so the first option here is gonna be One Piece. I haven't watched One Piece, so I wouldn't know. The second option here is gonna be The Amazing Adventures of Jojo Siwa or something, like, whatever. I haven't watched that, so I wouldn't know. Like, we don't have enough information. Information not finding. So, here's the options. I'll put them in the poll. We can do web browsers. We can do, that's not a very good one. Something related to games or game development. We could just do games, whatever. There's some popular games, I guess. Okay, ideas. Fortnite players, Godot games, Fortnite. We searched Godot and we didn't find Godot games, so that's out. Fortnite. A lot of Fortnite. Wow. Apparently Fortnite is very, very popular. Assembly is easy. Wait, are you hearkening back to the programming languages tier list? Because I don't think I can agree with that. Assembly is It's not as hard as some people make it out to be, but it's not easy. I have to be honest. Okay, so we have web browser tier list or games tier list or 1,000 plus video games. Are you insane? What is this? Who would sit through all of this? This is torture. Okay, that's not happening. That's disgusting. Can I go home, please? No. Okay, apparently Fortnite is just really here are all of the Fortnite tier lists. All Fortnite skins. Okay, that's way too many. There's like 1,300 as it says right here. These all look a little bit too big. That's my main concern. Let's see. What do we got? Do we have any smaller ones? Fortnite items season 5 chapter 1. That's pretty specific, but I don't know if I played season 5 chapter 1. When is that? Are we on season 5? No, we're on like I have no idea. Why do you guys like Fortnite so much? Let's see what this is. How many skins they have? That's too many. Nope. Quit. Cancel. Computer will not be happy with thousands of options. Well, it will be fine, but no, that's just bad. Java is way better than Fortnite. All right, let's search for Java. Best Java IDE. Oh, best IDE. Yeah, let's just straight up do IDEs. That sounds fun. Best IDE tiers list. Is this pretty? Does it have everything we need? I think so. This could be a good one. Okay, I'll create a poll. Which tier list should we do? Tier list. We have 3 options. We have web browser. If I can spell. Web browser. We have games, and we have IDEs. Vote away, my children. Okay, that was weird. Just vote so we can move on from that. That was a little weird. Presentation mode. Okay, we got them all in presentation mode. These are the tier lists that we're taking a look at. Going for currently games is winning, and it's not a very extensive list. It's actually kind of a random list. They've even got like board games in here, but it's still a small list. Okay, so looks like games is gonna take it. Yep, that should be. I think everyone's votes are in. Okay, so we're gonna do games. Top tier, we have Absolute Masterpiece, Excellent, Solid. Let's get a little more specific here. Okay, so Absolute Masterpiece means if someone asks you to play this, you're hype. If someone asks you, if someone offers to play this with you, you're hyped. Okay, that's what the top tier is. Orange means you would be happy to play it. How often? I don't know. Well, this is a tough one. Okay, top S tier is like a play it every day. And if this is like a single player game, then it's like play it every day until you finish it. If it's a multiplayer, then it's like, yeah, every time someone offers, you're down immediately. Okay, so Godot would obviously not make it in here because we don't want to use Godot every day. Unreal, on the other hand, we'd be happy to use Unreal every day, so it would make it into S tier. Orange is like fun. It's just straight up fun. No matter what, it's fun. Light orange is like, I'll play if my friends are playing. Actually, let's make that yellow. I'll play if friends. Right? So it's like a it's all right, but you wouldn't play it yourself, but you play it if your friends are playing it. And then we have trash. You don't want to play it even if your friends are playing it. And then we have haven't played it. And then yeah, that's about it. We don't need all these other rows. I think that's fair. I think that's a decent thing. It's a game you play every day. It's a fun game. It's a game you play if your friends are playing it, but otherwise not. It's trash and you haven't played it, which probably won't come up. I don't know. Well, I don't know. What is that? Oh, is that just Fortnite? Why does it look so weird? What is this? I don't know. First up, we have Minecraft. Okay, I'm gonna have to change this. We need another red tier. Hang on. Add a row below. We need like a, okay, we need like an all-time, we need just like an S tier, because there are some games that even if you don't play them every day, you just know that they're actually just goated games. So like, it's not just your personal preference, but it's also just like an actually really good game, which Minecraft falls into that category. I think, guys, if you disagree with me, we can put it to the vote, but like, there's no shot this doesn't fall into that. Like, it's a great game. You have to. Minecraft is trash. It's just not, though. That's the thing. Like, sure, like, I wouldn't play it every day, right? It gets stale if you play it a lot. Like, if you play it, you know, maybe play it for a few weeks and then, because you're like, oh, I love Minecraft, and then it just gets stale. But like, it's just such a good game. It's such a good game. It has to be in the goated tier. Yeah. Pull it. Fine. We'll pull it. Pull it. All right. Minecraft. Okay, so we can put it in goated. We can put it in play every day if you play it every day. We can put it in fun, or we can put it in trash. Guys, we're only allowed to have 4 options for some reason. So you're gonna have to pick one of those. I think it's a goated game. I don't play it every day, but I think it's actually a goated game though. Play every day. Okay, it looks like it's going to play every day. Well, so technically it's tied between play every day and trash, so I guess I'm just going to put it in fun. All right. Between play every day and trash. So, yeah, there we go. That's where it's placed. I think it's fair. It's fair. I do think it's like kind of has like a special place as like a very good game, but honestly, I wouldn't play it every day, and I think it's fun. I might put it in play with friends, honestly, because I guess I play it sometimes. Might play it alone, mostly just to make add-ons or whatever. But yeah, it's an incredible game, I have to say. Okay, I don't know what this is supposed to be. I'm gonna have to just put in haven't played it. Valorant. I played Valorant like once, okay? And I'm gonna be honest, I didn't like it. I think it's a trash game. I think it's a trash game. I don't know. I watched here's the other thing. Like, if you watch a streamer play it, it's so, I don't know. Like, they try to make it like so intense. It's like you have to be like every time you round a corner, you gotta be, you know, dialed in, making sure you're the one that's gonna shoot first. Like, it's crazy. It's not a fun game. I don't think it's a fun game. Again, haven't played. Also haven't played. FIFA's trash. I'm gonna be honest, it's a trash game. Like, guys, it's a trash game. It's a trash game. Just EA trash. I know that people like it. Maybe I could scrape it into play with friends, but like, I wouldn't buy this. I would not spend money on this. FIFA 21 or 22, 23, FC, whatever. This is just all the FIFAs. Don't consider just 21. But like, it's not a good game. If you guys ask me, I'll put it in play with friends, but like, I just don't like it. It doesn't capture the heart of what soccer is. Soccer is fun. Soccer is like you go out and you run and you manage to like pull off this skill move and everyone's like, oh wow, that's crazy. How did you do that? I didn't think you could do that. That's soccer, right? This doesn't really do that. It used to do it better. I don't know. Maybe it's just because I would play against people who are bad and I just get salty when I lose. But I don't think it's a great game. I'll put it in play with friends, I guess. But it's just not that fun. It doesn't capture the essence of what soccer is, like going out and playing. Among Us, I think it's a good game, but I wouldn't play it alone. There's just not really a reason to. Among Us is a party game. That's what you do. Yeah, guys, I tried to put Minecraft in GOAT, but you guys voted it down. Half of the population almost tried to put it in trash. I had to rescue it. I had to pull it out of the trash and save it from the fire. I think Among Us is in play of friends. I don't know if anyone disagrees, but like, it's not the kind of game you play alone, right? Like, if you're just sitting there on your own looking for something to play, you don't pull that up. There's no point. The whole point is to lie to your friends and then stab them in the back, literally. Like, that's the point of the game, though. Haven't played. Among Us is low tier. I mean, Play of Friends is a pretty low tier. We can put it to the vote if you want, though. I guess we'll put it to the vote. Among Us. We have everyday, fun, friends, and trash. What do you guys think? It is now wild. The masses can vote away, say whatever they want to say. Yeah, we lost a good soldier today. Every day. Wow, that's crazy. Okay. For everyone? Oh, okay. I guess you guys really like Among Us. Well, I did not think that. Especially because you put Minecraft, so alright, that's crazy. Okay, it's tied now. Okay. It's tied, so we're gonna split the difference. We're gonna put it in. I split the difference high with Minecraft, so I guess I'll split the difference low with Among Us. We gotta keep it balanced here, I guess. So yeah, I guess we'll just put it back in Play of Friends. Yeah, I guess I think that's fair. What else do we have here? What is this? I don't think I've played whatever this is. Cards Against Humanity. That's kind of a random selection. I've played that, I think. I guess I'm just gonna put it in Play of Friends. I guess I'll put it to the vote. I haven't played it much. If I've played it, it would have been just like a one-off thing. All right, so Cards Against Humanity. I have heard a lot about it though. I think a lot of people really like it. So, what do you guys think about Cards Against Humanity? Is it an everyday game? Is it a fun game? Is it a Play of Friends game? Or is it trash? Go ahead. We can remove go to games because nothing really is getting put up there. Every day. Guys, you just like always vote every day? Or maybe whoever votes every day is just always first, because it always goes. Eight people? You're all voting? That's okay, that's crazy. Alright. I gotta play this game. Apparently it's crazy. Alright, okay. Point taken, guys. Point taken. That's crazy. Daily Cards Against Humanity session. Yeah, I did not expect that. Okay, what about Scribble.io? Guys, we have a situation. There's 2 Quandales, and I don't know which one is real. What am I supposed to do with this? Two Quandales. Yeah, that's kind of crazy. Got 2, yeah. Well, I guess I guess we'll never know. I haven't really played Scribble.io. Why are there 2? We're gonna put that in unknown as well. Rainbow Six Siege. I'll let you guys vote on this because I know it's very popular. I haven't played it though. This is kind of a sad tier list. I haven't played a lot of these, but go ahead and vote on Rainbow Six Siege. I don't know. I feel like it's kind of in a similar camp to Valorant. Like people get way too intense about it. They just make it such an intense game. I don't know. Could be everyday, could be fun, could be friends, or could be trash. Let's see what the masses have to say to us this evening. Wait, is there a third? No, there's a third Quandale. Guys, what? Okay, I think Quandale Dingle was first. I think just Quandale Dingle. Not just Quandale, but also not Quandale Dingle's in the third. Oh, okay, all right, it's trash. Yeah, again, I think just people just make it too intense. Okay, Rocket League's trash. Where I try to play Rocket League, people are so competitive, like, and it's not even like fun. It's just like so weird. Interesting how everyone's like one-sided. Like eight votes all for the same thing again. That's crazy. Yeah, I'm gonna put Rocket League in trash. Hopefully we don't have any disagreements there. It's pretty thing. Yeah, I believe you, Quandale Dingle. I think you are the original, the OG. Apex Legends. Apex Legends is pretty good. I'm gonna put it in fun. I wouldn't play it in every day and grind it. I might put it in play with friends. It's a tough one. It's a tough one. What do you guys think? Fun or play with friends? Apex Legends. I do agree people can be a little bit too sweaty, a little bit too aggressive, and you know, angry about it, but I think it's a pretty fun game, and I would definitely play it if friends are playing. I'm not sure. I probably wouldn't play it on my own that much, so I'll put it in play with friends, I guess. I think that's a fair place to put it. Why would he just bring in alts? I don't know. It's the whole situation is sus. Trackmania. You guys can vote on Trackmania. I haven't played it. This is a pretty recurring theme. Trackmania. What do you guys think? Everyday, fun, friends, or trash? Go ahead, hit me up. I honestly, yeah, I don't have any opinion on Trackmania. I just don't have experience with Trackmania. 6 different guys came in after Agent left, and they all agree with each other and all talk the same. It's not like 6. I don't know. I don't think they're alts. Okay, let's see. The only reason that I might think they're alts is that a lot of people vote the same, and YouTube is telling me that there's a little bit of a sus here. YouTube is telling me that there's either 2 or 3 or 4 people, and we keep getting 8 votes. That's why I would think that there's some kind of sus business going on. But Trackmania is apparently an everyday game. That's okay. I guess people really like Trackmania. I don't know. Okay, maybe it's a good game. Let me look it up. Trackmania. Oh, it's made by Ubisoft. That's sus. Trackmania. I mean, yeah, this is a racing game. I'm not a huge fan of racing games, but I mean, fair. It's a play everyday game, apparently. All right. Next we have Terraria. Actually, is that Terraria or Stardew Valley? I honestly could be either. I think it's Terraria, though. That's my guess. Terraria. Yeah, there is some evidence suggesting that there's some kind of alt group, which is very sus. Yeah, it's definitely Terraria. It's definitely Terraria. Wrong tier list. What do you guys think about Terraria? Honestly, just like 2D Minecraft doesn't seem all that cracked to me, but who knows? Who knows? We'll give it to the masses. Hopefully they're not all alts, but you know, we'll see. We'll see. While we wait for the results on that, Risk, I think we have to put it in the fun tier. So Risk is a fun game. You can't play it on your own. So it's always going to be with other people, so there's no reason to think about the play of friends tier, but I think it's quite a good game. And Castle Risk as well. Castle Risk arguably being better. I don't know, hard to say. I think Castle Risk is probably better. But if you guys haven't played Castle Risk, you definitely should. It's like Risk, but with a couple of twists, buffs, if you will. Okay, Terraria going in trash. Crazy stuff. CS:GO. Yeah, Terraria solidly in trash. So Risk is better than Minecraft. I don't know. I wouldn't play either of them every day though. So I think we can switch the order. No, we can't switch the order. Minecraft's better. Well, all right, we'll switch the order. We'll switch the order for you. But I don't think it's gonna get an S tier. So I think we'll leave it here. I don't think we need to do like a super huge poll for that. What about CS:GO? CS:GO is an interesting one. But again, bro, I don't get people taking their shooters way too serious. Like, people say Apex Legends players are sweats, but like, people take Valorant, Rainbow Six Siege, CS:GO, they take them so much more seriously. Like, it goes off the rails. I feel like it goes off the rails sometimes. And do you guys want to vote on CS:GO or Risk? Is fun, but you just can't play it every day. Like, it's too long, and it requires too much for you to play it every day. I think CS:GO is probably gonna have to go in trash, or I could put it in. Haven't played it, but I think we're gonna put it in trash along with these other ones here. Yeah, there we go. Put it in trash. Also, I don't think their community is great. I don't know. It's not like League of Legends, but okay. Next up, we have Roblox. Okay, we can vote CS:GO if you want. That's fine. That's fine. I have to get water anyway, so this will give me an excuse to hide behind my water. Okay, so we have an everyday, we have a fun, we have a friends, and we have a trash. There we go. I'll be back. We're back, boys. 50% trash. Yeah, so it looks like it's staying down there. Wow, we got a good spread though. Good spread. Other people trying to rescue CS:GO from that. But unfortunately, 50% did vote trash, and that was the most. So, because the fake dingles can't vote. What? Okay. Kind of odd. What do you guys think about Roblox? We're definitely gonna have to vote this one because I think there will be some. I think you guys are gonna say you play it every day, which I certainly do not. I would if it were just me, I would put it in Play with Friends. So I'm not gonna go on Roblox and play it by myself. There's just not. The thing is, when you have so many games like that, and I'll let you guys poll, don't worry. But like, when you have so many games like that, it just, none of the games are going to be that good, and so none of them can really be just like a standalone game. They're just not as good as standalone games, so you just don't, like, I prefer to have one game, or, you know, maybe usually just like one game that I would just absolutely main and lock in on that one game, and that would be the game I'm best at, and you can't do that with Roblox, because the games just don't have that much depth to them, I don't think. But I think you guys are gonna put it and play it every day because you love Roblox. We should play Code Combat again. That was pretty good. I think the music in it might have been copyright though. Not sure. Ooh, pretty steep tie here. If it stays as it is, we have, let's see, 1/3 for everyday and 1/3 for fun, and also 1/3 for trash. So I think Play with Friends is a fair balance between those if it stays the way it is, which I think it's going to be. If it wasn't for Roblox and Code Combat, I would be an Unreal developer. Yeah, it's definitely going to Play with Friends now. Dang it, every day. Oh my goodness. Should have ended the poll when I had a chance. Unbelievable. All right, well, it's in every day now. I predicted it. Fortnite. Fortnite is maybe Play with Friends, maybe fun. I don't know. I think it's about Apex Legends level. Fortnite is the best. Yeah, you guys are probably gonna put it in Play every day again. Every day, fun, friends, and trash. Yeah, I would. I don't know. I don't think it definitely wouldn't go and play every day. The question for me personally would be fun or play with friends, and I think I would settle on play with friends probably. I don't know. With both Apex and Fortnite, I could see myself occasionally I might have them as like my main game that I would play solo, but like most of the time they would end up in play with friends. But it looks like you guys play it every day. So guys, how do you have time for this? How do you have time to play every single one of these games every day? I don't get it. Also, what is this? I don't know what that is. It looks like Wii Hockey. War Thunder. I guess we'll put that to the vote. So, I don't know how it made it on this list. I think it's getting bigger, but I didn't think it was that big. I don't know. I guess it's big. I haven't played it, so. But if you guys put another one in the play every day, I'm gonna be a little concerned because I don't know how. I don't know how you guys are pulling this off. How do you have time for anything else if you play 4 games every single day? Oh, the Steep Ice game. I also have not played that. We're seeing a lot of games that I haven't played, but that's fine. That's why we have you guys here, so you can vote on it. Okay, looks like War Thunder is going in trash. Some people play it every day though, so you really never know. It's all over the place. All right, well that's the end of that one. We might have to skip through some of these because I have not played a lot of these. We might just have to slide a few more of these into here. Fall Guys. I played Fall Guys. I would put it in play with friends honestly, and it honestly barely makes it there. If there was something between trash and play with friends, I would probably put it there because it's hard to play with friends. I don't know. It's almost like a couch party game. Like you sit there with friends and you watch them play and then you play yourself. Because there's not actually local multiplayer, but like it's kind of fun to do that. So I guess I would probably have to put it in play with friends. What is G? Is that? It's just a G. Roblox is cool. Well, it made it to the top, so it's a cool idea. I appreciate the idea, and I think Fortnite is going the same way. But having multiple, like a platform with lots of games, that's definitely a banger idea. I made a Roblox game once because I like the idea a lot, but the implementation in Roblox's case is not my favorite. Okay, wow, but yeah, Fall Guys is getting trashed. There we go. I can't disagree that much. I think compared to some of these other games, if we were to rank the ones in trash, Fall Guys is probably higher, more at the top. I haven't played some of these, so I can't really rank them very accurately, but some of these ones are probably lower down. And then, yeah, I don't know about Terraria and War Thunder. I honestly don't know if Terraria deserves to be down here, but there we go. We've sorted them out a little bit better. Yeah, Godot multiplayer is hard. That's the thing. Like, it's one of those things, guys. Godot is not a bad engine, okay? But it's not the place where Unity or Unreal are, where they have all of the so much extra stuff built for you. They just don't have as much in Godot. I think this is just Formula 1. I haven't played it. Overwatch I have played a little bit. I didn't think it was that good. I played it with friends, and I would probably play it with friends again, but I didn't think it was a good game. I would probably put it in trash. It just didn't, I don't know. It wasn't like hard or easy. It was just like it felt like kind of meaningless. Like you're just spamming out attacks and stuff, and then the enemies are just doing the same thing, and you just kill a bunch of people, and then they kill a bunch of your friends, and then you just keep dying and killing and dying over and over again. And it was just, yeah, it was like blah 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 blah. Way too much going on. Yeah, looks like it's going in trash. Oh, trash or fun. So if that, okay, trash. It's solidly in trash. We'll make it the second best trash game though. So you know, it's some respectable place. Okay, if it ties, oh, fun. Looks like fun might win. Okay, in a late surprise, Overwatch actually manages to swing the title of fun. So that's pretty impressive. There you go. This is a bit different than my tier list would look, but it's a solid one. It's not too bad. I guess I got to try Cards Against Humanity and Trackmania though. When Agent comes back, the random 6 people disappear. The random 6 people never actually showed up though. That's the thing. Like they don't show up on the little graph. Like I have this little graph, guys, that shows me my viewers at any given time, and we never had those 6 people. They never showed up on the graph, so there was definitely something sus going. But yeah, well, that's our games tier list. We can now do either IDEs or web browser. We don't need to do a formal poll, I don't think, if you guys just want to send in the chat, or if you guys have any other ideas. Any other ideas are welcome. I wonder how a Q&A works though. I kind of want to start that. This is a Q. This is for suggestions for tier lists. Here we go, guys. I started a Q&A. I have no idea what it's gonna do, but interesting. It's got like a separate questions panel. And then I can pin the questions for everyone to see. So if you guys want, you can put suggestions for what tier lists we should do in the Q&A. We're really just testing out the Q&A feature because I haven't used it before. So yeah, there's your Q&A. Go ahead and hit me with suggestions for tier lists. Let me see if I can get the questions and the chat both together at the same time. There we go. That should do it. Okay, Q&A is empty, guys. Send a Q&A. We can also just do one of these two, which is also fine. Perfectly fine with that as well. But if you guys want, we do have a wonderful Q&A open now. I think it's open. We have a wonderful Q&A open now, so if you want to send a suggestion for a tier list, you can send it in there, or you can just send it in the regular chat. I don't care. Let's tier list some IDEs though. Yeah, that sounds kind of hype. We need to put some good ranks in here. I'm thinking, what do you guys think? What should we use as this side? We could use I'll do a poll. Just going crazy with the YouTube features here. What should we name the ranks? One option is just standard letters, but that's a bit boring. So another option would be Arduino boards, because you know we love Arduino boards. Another option would be game engines, and another option would be I don't know. I can't think of another option. Something else. Go ahead, guys. Vote on what we should fill these tiers up with. Because currently we just have a very boring S, A, B, F, and I don't know. Arduino boards? Okay. We can definitely do that. Guys, the rule is though, if you vote something else, you have to also put a suggestion in the chat, because otherwise it's like it's bad. So yeah, you have to if you put something else, you also have to put a suggestion in the chat in order for it to be like nice and fair. What games do I play? Kind of already mentioned I'll play Fortnite or Apex if other people are playing, or Brawlhalla, which is another fun one, or I used to play Battlefront a lot. I even streamed it once, but no one was there to watch, so it was very, very sad tier for that. Yeah, I would say the main ones are Apex is probably the one I play most, but that's just because friends play it most. So Apex, then Brawl, then Fortnite are probably my top three if I had to be honest. All right, looks like Arduino boards and something else are tied, but we got Arduino boards is easier for me, so I'm just gonna executively decide that because something else, then I have to take suggestions for that. So S tier, the S tier Arduino board is, well, let's do A tier. A tier is probably the Arduino Uno. It's a classic, a good solid board. The F tier is going to be the ATtiny88 because that board it's just the worst. It's a terrible Arduino board. What's in between the Arduino Uno and the ATtiny88? Probably like a nice, let's see, Nano is slightly better. Mega is slightly better, a bit better. Your suggestion? What was your suggestion? I didn't see it. I didn't see any other suggestions. I'm thinking maybe the Arduino Duo because it's kind of a mid board, and so that could be kind of a mid tier there. The question is, what is the S tier? Is it the Mega? Is it the Nano? Is it that little Arduino Xiao board? It could be anything. I'm tempted to do the Arduino Xiao. You can't vote? You should be able to vote. Well, there's no voting up and now. The vote is closed now. It's over. It is currently only a Q&A. You were 20 seconds behind. That's rough. All right. Yeah, I also don't know if you can vote if you're behind. You might have to be up to date. I don't know. Okay. Here's our tier list. Up top we have the Arduino Xiao, which is like a nice little board. So, you know, like a nice lightweight IDE would slot in there nicely, but it's also very powerful. It's somehow tiny and powerful, which is nice. The Uno, which is just a classic OG board, very good for a lot of use cases. Then we have the Arduino Duo, which is, it's not great. It's a pretty mid. And then we have the ATtiny88, which is terrible. We even have an emote for it, or a sticker for it, or an emoji for it in the Discord server. So if you ever want to like really hit home, instead of sending like a thumbs down, you can send like a very, very rough ATtiny88 to someone, and then yeah, that'll probably ruin their day. So just if you're wondering, if you're on the Discord, we do have an ATtiny88 sticker in case you want to really express your displeasure. And then we have the I don't know. This is just the Android something or other. I haven't used it because I don't really develop for Android that much. Question, how old are you? Oh, that's confidential. Very confidential. I can't let the cartel know that. It's too personal. Next we have VS Code though, and VS Code might be a Arduino Xiao level thing. It might be S tier. The main problems with it are it's big, it's not lightweight, and sometimes it gives you some trouble. I'm gonna put it in A tier. I think that's fair. Yeah, I haven't used IntelliJ. We'll get there in just a second. But also, VS Code is free, so that's kind of a bonus. IntelliJ is pretty expensive, right? IntelliJ price. Yeah, that's kind of expensive. $600 for the first year, and then it goes down to $360 a year. Like, this is per user. Okay, for individual use. Hang on. All right. So that was unfair. But yeah, billing yearly, $170 a year, and then it goes down to $100 a year. But that's a lot. That's a lot. So if let's go and bump JetBrains up first. Like, it's not worth that, I don't think. Okay, so technically I haven't used it. IntelliJ community. Okay, let me check. Okay, so IntelliJ community is free. Is that what you're telling me? I don't actually want to download it right now. Okay, so assuming this is the free version, and you're telling me it's very good, I'll put it in A tier unless you think it should be in S tier, because I haven't used it, so I can't judge it. But I've heard it's very good. I've heard JetBrains is very good. But my main concern has been the price, because when I've looked at it in the past, yeah, it's like pricey or whatever, and I don't think you should be paying $170 a year when VS Code is also very good. So yeah, I'm gonna put that in. Haven't used it. Vim. All right, guys, this might be a hot take, especially if there's any older people, but I don't like Vim. I'm gonna put it in mid tier because I understand there's some cases where you don't have the option to use an actual, like a higher level application, and you have to use this. But I wouldn't choose to use it. Some people choose to use it. I don't think that's a good plan, because if you can code faster with one of these, then you should do that on a daily basis. I'm not saying you shouldn't try this, just so you understand and make sure you can do it if you have to. Use Vim with no autocomplete, no IntelliSense, nothing. But in general, if you can use those features to make yourself code faster, get more done, then why not? Why not use those features? That's my opinion. Notepad++ is some kind of a joke. ATtiny88 all the way. Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. Just use Vim instead. And then we have more of these little I don't even know what these ones are called. I know IntelliJ. What are these? PyCharm. Okay. Let's see. PyCharm and WebStorm. Okay, yeah, so that's the other thing with JetBrains. I guess they're all are they all free? WebStorm and so that's the other thing with JetBrains products. They're all separate, right? Because if you're using Visual Studio Code, you just install the packages for whatever you want to use. If you're using JetBrains, or do they all combine into JetBrains? Am I dumb? How does it work? Are these separate apps? Because it seems like they're separate apps. With VS Code, you can just do everything in the same app. You just install packages. But with these, I think they're separate apps. And if they are, that doesn't seem great to me. It doesn't seem great to me. They come out of the box. I don't know. I don't think it's great. I think it's much better if, like VS Code, you can just have them all packed into one. So it seems to me like they should all be like a C tier type of position. I don't know. But again, I haven't used them, so yeah. If you insist, I might squeeze them into like an A tier. But it just seems kind of I don't know. It just seems like bad design. That's all. What is this? Rooster. Haven't used it. I'm just gonna have to flat out put in there. Also, Spider. Haven't used it. Also, haven't used code blocks. Okay, we might be on a streak of haven't used it here. This is just Notepad again. So I'm just gonna put that in ATtiny88. Xcode is an F tier app. The only reason you should ever use it is if you have to, because Apple makes you run something through Xcode before you can put it on an iPhone or whatever. But there's wow, they really do make a lot of these. Anyway, yeah, Xcode is just not a good IDE. I'm gonna be honest. CodeBlocks is good. All right, I'll put it in A tier as well. I don't know what this is. I haven't used it. Also, I haven't used this. Visual Studio Community, also actually, is it? Well, this isn't Community. This is just Visual Studio regular. I think it might be S tier. It might be S tier because I haven't had problems with it. Like Visual Studio Code, sometimes I get problems with it. But if you're using like Visual Studio, just with Unity or whatever, it actually works seamlessly. I'm not gonna lie. Works seamlessly. I think it's S tier. I think I'm gonna have to put it S tier. And then the rest of these I pretty much haven't used. Okay, Scratch. I'm open to opinions. I think I would probably put it in A tier. I think it's a great way for people to learn. Probably not a good thing to use long term, but I think it's a good way for people to learn. And then we have Atom, which is basically like Visual Studio Code copied that, I think, and then just made it more popular because they Microsoft has more money. And then I don't know what these last two are. So yeah, well, I think I need to brush up on my IDEs because I did not have the information necessary to rank a lot of these. So I should definitely take a look at some more IDEs. Apparently, look like a VS Code only guy, which is probably not great. I should probably try out some more. Try out some of JetBrains products. Seems like that would be smart. Since apparently they're free, I would not buy them, but if they're free, that definitely seems like something I would try out. Yeah, I would probably try out Sea Lion because that's with Unreal, and you know we like Unreal. I want to use C++. Okay, quick question for anyone who's used these. If I'm using C++, do I want Sea Lion or Rider? Okay, they also have Fleet, which is allegedly for any language. You're gonna pretend you didn't hear that? Don't, guys. Unreal Engine is the best. Okay, I might choose to download Rider because I don't know. Because I use C++, but also sometimes C#, sometimes a little bit of Python. Is Fleet any good? The one that's for all languages? Fleet's good. Okay, I'll try this. Probably not like right now, but Apple Silicon. Yeah, there we go. Okay, yeah, I'll try that out. It seems like it could be good. Okay, so we successfully did a game engines tier list, a game tier list, IDE tier list, and now let's round it off with a browser tier list, unless someone has a better idea. In which case, sure, we can go ahead and do that. But yeah, let's round it off with the browser. Wow, there's way too many browsers in here. I'm gonna have to put it I don't know tier for sure. And we'll just do ordinary letters because it's getting late in the night and so I'm therefore getting lazy. If anyone has any suggestions, this is your last opportunity. Otherwise, we're going to do a browser tier list and that's probably going to round it off for the night. Okay, let's roll it. Starting off strong with Internet Explorer. That's a solid F tier. I cannot believe it took so long for them to finally cleanse that out. Wait, we actually have 2 Internet Explorers. I guess that's an older version. Charming to think about, an older version of Internet Explorer. Yeah, that's pretty rough. So we're definitely gonna F tier that. I don't know what this is. It's like it's something based off of Chromium presumably, but like, weird. Looks weird. Yeah, we have a lot here. Okay, so Brave. I feel like it's a C tier, guys. When these companies just make browsers, I feel like they don't add anything. If you are trying to beat out Chrome, which is the biggest browser, you need to add something. Okay, because Chrome is an A tier browser. This might be a hot take. Some people might think yes. I think Chrome is an A tier browser. It's the one that everyone is competing against, right? It kind of sets the standard for browsers. So that's A tier, like the good standard. And Chrome sets a good standard for the other browsers. But they kind of do take a lot of your information and stuff. And I'm a Mac guy, so Chrome isn't actually faster on Mac. so I like Safari, and that's why I would put Safari in S tier. The other thing is, not only does Safari work better on Mac, it works better on your iPhone. And so if you want to keep track of tabs across your phone and your computer, even if you don't have a Mac, if you have an iPhone, then you also kind of want to use Safari because it's better on your iPhone as well, and Chrome is not. So I have an iPhone and I have a Mac, so I'm using Safari all day, all the way, and that's why it's S tier, because it is better on those platforms. Okay, what is the blue Chrome? I know what this is. I don't know why I'm not remembering, but That's not what I'm looking for. Yes, this is just, I mean, does anyone, yeah, this is just raw Chromium. All right. There's no reason to run this. I mean, this is what every browser is based off of, so good for that, but like, well, not every browser. This is what Chrome, Edge, Bing, some of these other ones might be as well, are all based off of is this Chromium. But there's no reason to actually run Chromium because the other ones have something on top that actually makes them work, and Chromium does not. So if you're trying to actually run it, C tier, but it's actually, I'm going to put it in A tier because it's what a lot of stuff is built off of, and that's obviously great. Okay, we got to clear out some more random unknown browsers before we get to DuckDuckGo. If you're really concerned about security, I still think there's better options. I'm gonna have to C tier it. I don't know. I wouldn't make that compromise and do DuckDuckGo. It's not good enough. I'm still gonna use whatever search engine I'm on. I'm still gonna use Google Search, because it's just so much better than the other search options. So there's really no reason. Like, if you're using DuckDuckGo, then you'd be using their search engine, and I'm not going to do that. So no reason to use that browser. Edge, actually, I'm going to put it at the top of A tier. I'm not going to put it S tier. That's apparently reserved for Safari alone, probably. But it just, it's a good browser. And I think, I kind of hate Chrome now. So on Windows, I would run Edge by default and not Chrome. Now that it comes built in and it's built off of Chromium, just like Chrome is, there's really no reason to run Chrome. You're just wasting extra space with the download, and you're wasting extra performance because it's not as lightweight as Edge. Edge just runs cleaner with less resources. So it's just better. Okay, we're going to have a very fat unknown tier, but Firefox, I've heard, is good, but also, that was a while ago. I don't think it's that good anymore, because, yeah, it's just, I think it used to be good, and I've heard that Firefox for developers is still also a helpful tool, but now Chrome has developer tools, Safari has developer tools. Even if they're not quite as good, I wouldn't suggest daily driving Firefox. I think I'm gonna C tier it, honestly. There's really no reason to daily drive Firefox. Opera, not good, guys. I don't know how they're getting everyone to get like sponsored ads, and like every single YouTuber is now recommending Opera and Opera GX. Not good, guys. I'm pretty sure there's some solid security concerns with Opera. Let me look this up. Opera GX. So it's supposedly really fast, right? And then it doesn't take over your computer because it's for gamers. It's a browser for gamers. But I don't know. There have been some concerns. There have been some concerns that it actually takes some of your information. As far as the question in the chat, the answer is no. The answer is no. I really should somehow just put, I can't change my tag to actually include my name, but the spelling is quite clear. It's very easy. Okay, if you just think about how should I spell this word, that's the spelling that comes up. So just do it that way. But Opera GX, I think I'm going to B tier it. Because there have been some security concerns, I'm going to C tier Opera regular and just B tier Opera GX because Opera GX is just a better version. Or did I get the logos backwards? I think I got them right. But yeah, there have been some security concerns with Opera GX, so I wouldn't use it because of that. I'd rather use a more established browser, especially like Safari, which has more security stuff, so why not? I'm not super concerned about security, so I wouldn't try for a Brave or a DuckDuckGo, which are like especially about security. But if Apple makes a browser that works best on their devices, Mac and iPhone, which is what I use, I'm not saying everyone should use them, but I do use a MacBook and I use an iPhone. So if Apple makes a browser that works best on those devices and it has extra security stuff built in. I'm just gonna go with that. So that's why it's, for me, it's S tier. For if you daily drive Android and Windows, then no, it's not S tier for you. You're gonna put it down here, and you're gonna put probably Chrome there, or maybe Edge there. But yeah, my Macintosh machine does only have 6%. Actually, now it's 5%. So I should probably plug it in. And I will probably do that momentarily. But I think this is our final tier list. So we have a tier list of browsers. We've got IDEs, we've got games, we've got game engines, and we also downloaded Fleet to try out as an IDE at some point. But that's all of the tier lists for tonight. We cooked on the chess game, so good work there. I'll put it on GitHub, and then you guys can download it if you want. Just another Godot project to add to your repertoire. No, guys, I tried to explain the squirming about the copyright issues. I tried to explain the squirming about the copyright issues. Also, it is time to sign off, because, guys, I didn't to hear something about it. No, guys, we gotta close out. I didn't exercise yet today, so I gotta lock in, can't turn full streamer, and not, exercise at all anymore, because then I would, turn into, a little pumpkin. Watch the first, I don't know if you noticed, but here's what I was doing. I was trying to do, play a few seconds, pause, and, pause, every few seconds and say something, because that way, then the copyright detection system wouldn't pick it up if there was any music or any copyright attempts at that or whatever. So yeah, I don't like the idea of watching the videos, because it's bad. It's a lot can go wrong. I mean, guys, most channels just don't, because it's just a risk. If you're on Twitch, you can do whatever you want. It's a wild west out there. I've never streamed on Twitch, but I've heard it is. But it's too worrisome. It's too worrisome. It's a bad precedent. From now on, to the best of my ability, there will be no YouTube videos played on the channel, probably. Yeah. Unless, already copyright proofed, and then I'll be fine, but